Right, this is Robert Vigna with Immolation, and we are blowing it up on Capital Chaos TV.
You kind of knew you wanted to take it a step up, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, now granted, we never thought we'd be recording records, or we never thought.
30 years later.
Absolutely not. When we say that, we mean we enjoyed the music, and when we got together, as a band, it was kind of a fun thing, just to create dark music that we could kind of play for our friends. I mean, it was a big deal to have like 10 of your friends in the rehearsal room on a Saturday night with some beers and just play like a mock set to them. That's kind of what we were about. We never had any ambitions to sign a record deal or tour or any of that nonsense. But here we are,
29 years later. You mentioned 29 years, 30 years. Is there any plans for you guys? Is 30 years like a big thing, or
A tour, that's our plan.
touring? Just keep touring.
I mean, all these things people, it's been 25 years for Dawn of Possession or this or that, and we're just kind of like, all
That's
right.
right.
Whatever.
25 says Dawn of Possession.
And we're just like, cool, we're in the middle of writing a new record. I'm more concerned with that right now, so we don't even look at that stuff.
Future as opposed to
30 years, yeah, a 30-year celebration will be being on the road with a new record, To me, that's the best celebration there is, So,
to still have fans at this point in the game, this far into the career, and to have a 10th record out, that's, like Bob said, probably the best way to celebrate a 30th anniversary. The fact that we have an album out, it's been received so well, and it's our 10th record. I think that's plenty to celebrate, And like Bob said, we look forward, we look into the future. We never dwell on the past, And we're very proud of our past and what we've achieved. And we know all of our records mean a lot to our fans, but you still have to focus on moving forward. That forward momentum is key.
Do you see it? I'm gonna ask either one of you can answer this. Do you see Immolation in the future? Where does it go? I mean, do you guys want to be like Lemmy on stage, like to the end, or
we're part of that experimental crowd of people that
the metalheads, the death metal guys are late 40s, hitting 50.
Our generation of extreme music players. This is like we're all the guinea pigs. It's like to see how far we could take it. Like, I mean, we all feel pretty good. So right now, I feel
You guys look good.
for another 10, 20 years. I mean, you don't know. You just got to go. You just keep going, And like we just said, if you asked us 30 years ago if you think we'd be here, in our mid to late 40s, it's like we'd be like, no.
But there's no thought currently like, 5 years from now, we're just living it day by day.
No,
and
we're on fire right now.
yeah, the new album.
We're still like 16-year-olds in our 47, 48-year-old bodies.
I feel the same.
We're old kids.
I think that goes, whether you're a fan of it or playing it or just involved in it, there's something about it that, it's like we're still doing, I guess, what we did when we were 18, So to us, I think that helps, you know what I mean? It helps you kind of just keep that young mind about you, And, the music and what we do now, I think definitely plays a big role in how we feel and the excitement we get out of it, So.
What's great with metal is that you're constantly getting new generations of fans that then go back and rediscover your old stuff. So
It's very cool you said that. I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine the other night, and it's so cool to see like our early fans come out with their kids now. And their kids are just as excited and enthusiastic. And, you see yourselves in the young kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're on tour with Full of Hell right now, and they're in their early 20s. Awesome guys, man. Great kids. I say kids, I shouldn't say that, but I'm like, I got 20-plus years on them. But they're really amazing people. They're very driven, very dedicated. And you see part of yourself in those guys and that fire, that you had back then. And we still have it. Just that, it's a little rougher physically for us now. We're heavy on the vitamins and supplements and health powders now on these tours.
you're not pounding beers.
Exactly. So, you kind of alter, and you kind of change to kind of, facilitate moving forward. But that being said, it's very cool to see guys like that. And it's been an absolute pleasure being on the road with these guys. I see that fire in them that we still have and we had back then. And it's just really cool. And I see it in the young fans, And even the Cavaliers, you know. I mean, really, I know, I go up and I join Max, and Dylan and I from Full of Hell go up and do a song with him every night. I'm not going to spoil it for the fans, but we do
Some percussion there.
well, there's a percussion piece that our drummer's in, but we also do a vocal thing, old school classic band from the 80s that everybody knows. And, man, every night it's like the highlight of my night, to be honest with you, because Max is just so, you can see, he's still got that kid in him. He's excited to do it. We get up there and we're thrashing around on stage, and it's cool. It's refreshing to see guys like that who were an inspiration for us still have that passion and fire. And, that's why, we were really looking forward to this tour, because these guys were huge inspiration on us in the early days. And they are really good guys, man. They've treated us like gold. They treated Full of Hell like gold. And I respect the shit out of them for that. Their entire crew. They've been really awesome, and it's been a fun tour. And that's kind of what you want at this point in the game. You don't want any drama, no bullshit, no egos. It's been a fun tour, and everybody's there because of music. And Return to Roots has so many. It has two meanings, obviously they're playing the entire Roots album in its entirety, but it's also going back to our roots, the bands that inspired us, and that'll make sense to the fans when they see the end of the show. After they play the Roots album, they have some cool surprises up there, and it has a double meaning. And after the first couple of shows I got it, I was like, wow, that's very cool what they're doing. So yeah, it's been fun.